Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's stream. I am Cypher Casual, and this is another Let's Play of Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. In the last episode, we pretty much covered the first dungeon and most of the second dungeon. And actually, while we're here, let me see if I can... Don't know if I can. I've been having issues in terms of getting the chat to load up on here. Unless you're watching this from YouTube, in which case, I mean, you know. Let's see if I can get this to load up. Take a minute to, like, figure this out. If not, I'll figure it out some other time. If not, not a big deal. I'll just check the chat every now and then for messages. But without further ado, let's just get into it. Today's episode will be wrapping up the first dungeon. Oh, let's turn it down a bit. Even when you're in there. Alright. Where's the, there it is. Give me your jetty. Give me a... Oh, or magic, that works too, I guess. Alright. There's the big key. Or big key room. Not that we can go in there yet, because, well... we don't have a way of getting in there, I guess. Alright. So before we tackle this area, let's... Thank God for boomerangs. These things can actually kill you. They are annoying. Alright. Get away from me. Alright. I'm assuming the game wants us to go down here, so, you know. We're just gonna get in here, I guess. I think that's the funniest thing ever is, I never realized up till now that these things kill your magic. This is like one of the oldest games I've ever owned. I've never known that. Alright. Oh shoot, I didn't even know you could in the wall. Alright. Probably gonna just use the... Oh, I wonder if... Yeah, I figured as much. No mercy. There we go. Alright. Okay. I'm gonna take a wild guess that I have to... Before I... Let's see what's in the chest. It's probably another ropey. Alright. So I'm assuming I have to use this thing as like a boat of sorts, so... Oh, wait. Down we go. Over here. Oh. First. Nope. That's right, we got octopus in here. Uh-oh. Say. What's in here? Okay, it's like a shortcut of sorts. Oh, shh! I go to the boomerang. Just watch out for and down we go. So I thought this water was poisonous or something like that. Maybe it is, I don't know. Stay in it for a while. Right up here. Alright. H. Alright. Let's see. Oh. Oh, I overshot that. Oh wait, there is a way to get in there. Nope. Probably use the boomerang to check this thing out. Oh crap. That's it, get far away or something like that. Alright. Alright, clearly it's asking me to find another way to destroy the thing. You know, it's probably for like a just side item or whatever, like a joy pendant or something like that, but it never hurts to have plenty of those. Alright. Oh, I get it. I'm supposed to... Alright, let's pick the bomb up. There we go. That makes sense. What's in here? If it's a treasure chart or something like that. It is! Oh crap, I was... Oh, I was just kind of guessing, but alright. It was nice to get. Really, I wonder how many there are in this game total. Alright, probably should get out of here. Alright. I think all that's left is the... I gotta get up here because I set its position. No, you did not. Come at me. Throw it right back at you. Bye-bye now. Alright. Yep. This thing's going. No, I get the feeling this thing hits anything, it's gonna crash. Crash. Probably not. Oh, don't want to fall. Alright. I did like the mud boat minigames from Rain and Sunshine. Really use the mud boats to begin with. Like that and the lily pads. Hold on, don't kill people's money. Like off drops are surprisingly easy to kill. Alright. No. There we go. Over here. It's an ambush. The dead hands were having a time. Uh-oh. Guess I ain't leaving here without a fight. Or maybe not. I ain't buying it. It just seems too easy. The chest, the crystals, like... Plus, you know, I can go up. Okay. So, just gotta hit all these. Oh, that's why I gotta go up to be able to hit them. Alright, that opens the doors. And this should contain the big key. Yep, and with this we can now access the dungeon boss. I called it. I knew this was gonna be easy. This place did not look like just a simple, you know, oh, just a simple. These guys are well, you're dead. Another skull necklace. Nice. Alright, so how does one get up there? Shoot. There was like missing this one. Yeah, I was saying, I'm assuming this one. Alright. Shoot. Let me get up there. Oh, you know what? There's probably, whatchamacallit, some that grapple too. Let's see. Yep. Oh. There we go. That makes sense. Alright, back to the boomerang. Yep, right up where the, evil sea urchin thingies are. It's a trap! Alright, now I gotta get back up. Thankfully, it's where this thing comes in. What have we here? Oh! Oh, it's a timer, alright. Wait for it. That. I'm going the right way. Yep, I am. No heart. No heart to spare. Alright. See if I can get better. Oh! It's fun looking up to get that fairy. Nice. It's two fairies. This fairy will replenish your strength. That was by accident. Nope. I think we're good. Chat real quick. Alright. Without further ado, how much time has passed since I started? Only 22 minutes, huh? Alright. Without further ado, let's commence the second boss fight of this game. And what I consider my past one of the easiest boss fights of this entire game, so... Oh look! It's just some little guy right there. We did it! It's all good. Oh, never mind, it's not good. Oh crap, it's those snake things. Second boss of the game, Kalle Demos. Big plant monstrosity. The good news is I think this boss, honestly, is probably one of the easiest bosses. Just hit all the strings like that, and it'll basically fall. Oh. Careful when it does that. Takes that part, so you quickly, and not to that. This thing really isn't that hard to get. I think I'm and he's dead, just like that. Easiest boss, in my opinion, the entire game. Somehow the Korok is completely unharmed despite being devoured. Are you the one who rescued me? You have my thanks. When all went dark around me, I thought my time on the Earth was over. But why are you here, swordsman? What? The great Deku Tree sent you? Yeah, I'm kidding. Oh. Heart container? Not only heals you, but also does this. Gets you another heart. Nope. Get nothing to do. Let's take the warp and get out of this place. The second dungeon in this game, the Forbidden Woods, is complete. It's like, oh good, you're not dead. And with that, that gives us the... Oh, here it comes. The Feori's Pearl. The Earth Spirit of the Deku Tree has seen fit to give you this jewel. It is my hope that this pearl shall lead you to a fair destiny. Oh. All is well, Makar. Do not cry. Please, play your songs for me as you always do. It will satisfy my me. I'm sorry to keep you all waiting on this one. Alright. Oh, as thanks to you, I shall play even harder than I normally do. Cue one of the cutest scenes in the game. This year you once again produce some splendid seeds. These seeds we shall continue to spread new forests across the great sea. Just good rounds to the sea. See you all next year. Take care. Farewell, great swordsman. May the winds of chance bring us together again someday. Actually, foreshadows one of this game's most annoying side quests that involves having to look for these guys, like, one by one at different islands. And, hated my felt. Yeah, that's basically what we're talking about. So if you go to the, what is it? Here we have now the Din's Pearl and the Faori's Pearl. So we just need one more. But while we're here, let's go ahead and, just realized my capabilities, so I'm just gonna... So, if you speak to Hollow here, and mainly just needed a Kokobaba seed. Thank you for bringing it back to us. So just give him one of these plant thingies, and then... They're actually really easy to farm, too, since, you know, I have to just get at least 4 of those seeds from outside, so... And this gets you a blue potion. This will basically heal your life and your magic. It is like one of the 2 ways in the game to get blue potions. The other one requires you to complete a side quest, which basically involves blue choo-choos. Don't know why I've been bothering for blue since, well... Actually, we should be close to getting an upgrade soon. Oh! I forgot about the octopus. No! Get back here! Don't you swim without me. I'm sorry, sail away without me.
Oh! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you!
There.
Bye!
Because the next part of this game, or at least for this episode stream, is going to involve a lot of travel. Which means... Oh! Okay, when you see the mailbox, you know, kind of freak out like this, just walk up to it and, well... It's your letter. If you're reading this letter, come on, you wait to the one of the post boxes. Instead of you, I'm very sorry to leave no from you. Please accept my apologies. You can don't do much to help you, but we can at least do this. Beginning letters or parcels for you. Delivering to a postbox. Singing wiggling postbox, please up the side. Oh, piece of heart. Alright, with that, let's... overshot that one. You must set sail immediately. Alright, so we need to go here. First said you get to return to Outset Island, but of course, can't go there quite yet. So, there's different routes you can take for this, I think. We're just gonna go north, because I believe this also involves going to Windfall Island, so, you know. Alright, so we need to go where Eastern Triangle Island is. And there goes Forbidden Woods. Perhaps come back here later in the game. There's one part of the island we haven't explored yet that basically involves that. What's that? Just got shot. It says we go back to Windfall at some point. Yeah, actually. Alright. First, let's head to the destination here. The nice thing is, by this point, the game really encourages to kind of explore a little bit. So... oh! Come back to it. Alright, so there's a bomb island, I think. Which, of course, we can't go to anywhere yet, because we don't exactly have a... I want a king of red lions so that I can travel the world. Don't we all? I would totally kill for something like that. Alright. So... alright. Now we need to head west. Oh, wrong one. This is the weird part of the game. So, after you complete the second dungeon... oh. What's knocked her off? Oh yeah. Oh crap. So I have time to get that one real quick. Oh, where is it? Oh, I want to get out of the water. Our sail off, you know. Alright, there it is. Just kind of... because when you get close, it'll just kind of do a disappearing act on you. So, right around here. Do you want to be careful whenever you do this every now and then, because... I don't know. Yeah, because sometimes, you know, it can be rigged with, like, a, you know, a trap that someone's gonna knock around or something like that. Neat. Way. Oh, wait a minute. We might be able to stop over there. Unless the King of Reliance freaks out about it, you know, what's going the wrong way. Also, regarding seagulls kind of flying around, there's a couple points in the game where that becomes kind of important. Sometimes when you travel in this game, you're going to see seagulls kind of like freaking out, circling an area. You're going to want to be prepared when you see that, because that basically means there's something in the water that you're going to have to fight. At some point, we're going to have to, well, see that. Alright. Come on over here. Just a bit of a pit stop before we continue. Alright. There's the... Oops, wrong button. Here. This is Eastern Ferry Island. Eastern Ferry, not Ferry. Word is they hold an auction every night over at Windfall Island. Oh yeah, it's basically this little minigame you can do to get, like, certain items. Alright, let's see if I can enter this one. Oh, crap. No, this is the one I have to use a bomb for. Oh, tough luck. On the bright side, though, there's one of the, crocs. All from the... Basically, that's part of the, Sidequest I was referring to. Because it's not just any water, otherwise it'd be an easy side quest. It has to be water from the Forest Haven, and it's basically a time limit. And if you don't do it in time, you can basically... I think you have to, like, start over or something like that. And the water's only good for like 20 minutes. It's like 10 to 20 minutes, I forget. But it's a time quest, like a side quest, and it's really hard. Alright. Let's get back on track. Oddly enough, nothing in the water. I'm sorry, nothing over here. Which is odd. Wait, hang on. Whatever's over there, we'll figure out next time. There's a reason that that area is kind of... There's nothing there. There's Beetle's boat or whatever. Is this the right area? Okay, let's just go this way. Oh, I think this is the part of the game where... Oh, shoot. Oh, hold on. Oh, those are... Oh, I thought those were cannons or something. Here. Oh, this is... What is this area called? What that could have been? Oh. I almost bombed that one. Oh, there he is. There he is. Wait. Does he show up if you, Oh, crap. Skip that mark in this place. Yeah, Sea Octoroks are a little more aggressive than their, you know, counterparts you see that are like in water, like in dungeons or in police water. Because basically they're much quicker. This is Six Eye Reef. Yes, that's what I'm saying. They've got a shop over there on Windfall Island, nice outdoor shop. Look at that small fry. In that shop, they've got this really fine safe that looks to be full with riches. They just leave it sitting outside day and night. We will see what that's all about when we, well... Oh, no, we're going wrong way. Let's go back. Alright. That. Go Six Eye Reef. Make sure I'm on the right path. Yep. Oh yeah, instead of little projectiles they used to shoot, they shoot bombs, so watch out for that. There's a little, oh, jeez. It's the first time. Submarine. Come back. It's over here. It's... Manifesting. This is the... Cyclops Reef. You've seen those weird rings and lights. Okay, he's basically talking about the... amusement store. I think it's just a mirrored island. Oh, crap. Those are sea hats. These guys are much more annoying than the regular white guys we saw in Forbidden Woods. Also, we're going the wrong way. Did I really miss an island? I did. Basically, unlike P-hats, these guys are bigger and are more likely to ram into you. So, yeah. They're really not that bad as long as you kind of... Actually, no, wait, never mind. These guys like the ones that ram into you, so they just see... You're in, like, eye contact when they see you. It's kind of funny how someone mentioned Sunsong in the chat, because when we get to Windfall Island, that's going to be very important.
All right.
This is Great Fish Island. Lovely place. The island is destroyed. So it's a great water spirit named Jaboon once led to the most island plains. It's a good thing he can fly really quickly. I'm just now noticing the creepy circle of smoke. Yes. Food can no longer be found here. The Shadow and Forsaken Fortress. He's in a safer abode now. Would you like to guess where that abode may be? On the island where you were born, on Outset. Ugh! Gasping noises. The cave where he hides is sealed with a mighty stone slab that repels all who try to pass it, while even the pirates with their mighty ship could get in. Or couldn't. I must apologize if anyone would know of your whereabouts. Or I thought if anyone would have left to the pirates. I told this tale as much as I thought of the consequences. I don't know what they hoped to get, but they immediately set sail for Outset Island, trying to break into the cave. It is lucky they could not gain entrance. I have heard that they were last spotted on Windfall Island, but do it for sea job, and I think you better search for the pirates on Windfall. What an eerie tale this is. Everyone else knows clear skies and calm seas, but this place suffers. The room must be cursed. The council against staying here longer than the council. My parents were sick. It's like, look, I just told you that the dude you're looking for ain't here, so, sorry. Not really much here. Oh. Well, I don't think the quest activated yet. Yeah, not really much you can do here. The whole point of coming here was basically, what you're looking for ain't here, you have to go somewhere else. The sea spirit has lived through the trials of many lives. It doesn't cut when it began starting before. We're to believe the word of the Rito postman, the pirates know something about the cave where Julian hides. Why don't we go to Windfall and search from there? What a splendid idea. Funny, how'd you hear? A boat and a bird told me to. Alright, so we need to head north. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Yep. part of the game is where, yeah, basically until you, I think, get the last pearl, the weather like stays like this. It's like kind of eerie. Not really can hear hands though. See. Is that him? I can't tell because of all the rain. This part, like, this all this rain sucks. It's evil music. Who cares? Right, this is Rock's Fire Isle. Right. Yep. Oh, shoot! That is the cyclone that one guy was warning us about. Self-explanatory, but do not engage, because we do not have the thing needed to deal with that thing. Attempting to do so will basically choose into a rain. Now the Mother and Child Isles. The city that inside the ring of rock that makes a perimeter of that island. Let's see. Oh yeah. So we ain't going in there anytime soon. But we need to like go. Alright, sail going and let's get on. Right down here, I can barely see anything that like, you want to like grab. So. pressing my faces up. That's all I can tell you, small fry. Here should be Windfall Island. I believe Spectacle Island is supposed to be a reference to the Spectacle Rock, which I believe in the original Legend of Zelda for Nintendo was right around where, if I'm not mistaken, I think that was where where the last dungeon is. Could be wrong. Oh. Oh. I don't know what just happened, but... That's odd. Same creature elements that are on this island. Pirate ship is stopped here to avoid drawing attention to the telescope. I don't know whether this would be secret chat. I doubt they would tell you anything directly if you would ask them. Let's try to find out what the pirates are up to without them finding out about you. Alright. Yep, and since everyone is... We gotta go here. Alright. If you've seen me play from the beginning, I mentioned in the first episode of this that regarding the pirate ship thing you do. Regarding the pirate ship mission, not mission, the tutorial where you have to climb the platforms, that it gets harder a second time. Well, I'll explain that in just a couple minutes what I mean by that. Oh no! Don't be mad, it's not our fault that we absolutely gotta have bombs to get the treasure we're after. Well, you just think of it as a paycheck for the next year of Monopoly and running here. So that you're thinking it was foolhardy to ask pirates to pay such an outrageous price, huh? Yeah. It's kind of gross because she's like a kid, he looks like he's a grown man. She's like, shh. She's like, what? Continue loading them up. We're setting sail for Outset Island. Goodness, we have to leave immediately, but it's been so long since we were on shore. We need to fill our bellies with some good eating. I'm only grow up tonight and shove off tomorrow morning instead. I mean, I'm fine either way, of course. So excited in town. I can't wait for it. Most important. Treasure. For some reason, I think it's random on anyone's playthrough. At least I think it is. I don't know. I'm taking your bombs. Let's go back here. Yeah, whatever. Anyway. Okay. Well, as you heard them just casually say, you need to get on the ship and say the password. Because apparently if you try to go there prior, they'll be like, what's the password? And since it's kind of random every playthrough, you can't just be like, oh, it's treasure. Might not be treasure for you. Little pirates love more than the sea. Alright. Sure. Huh. That wasn't so bad. You can also go in here. What's funny is I think this kind of serves like a spoiler or whatever. Hero of Time. That's important for foreshadowing for what's coming soon. Island stuff. Not island, like stuff in the beginning of the game. I almost want to say Impa. I don't know, whatever. Or I wonder if that's like, you know, it's supposed to be like an illustration or like a portrait of like maybe Zelda from Ocarina of Time. I don't know. No. Just casually walks in. It's like, oh, you're alive. All the other pirates said you got done in by the bird monster in the Forsaken Fortress. Okay, now you came back because you missed me so much. Well, after you left. Yep. Yep, the chest contains the bombs. So, this is basically what we did earlier, only this time, well, all this does is open the door, and it's like, good luck! Which I'm curious, can you use the, you cannot.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
This is like really difficult. It's not this difficult, it's just it takes I think a minute, so let's reset it. Trap him in there. If I can't buy bombs, you don't get your freedom. Alright. Okay, so basically this is just, you know, since you got really no way of I totally shot that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I get it. Oh crap! I fell. Alright. Sucks to can't use the Deku Leaf for this. Probably make this a little easier.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so tedious.
Yeah.
They took a part of the tutorial for you to repeat and made it like unnecessarily more challenging. So, build up some momentum with the rope. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, one more. So I can make it in time. There we go. And with that, that gets us the bombs. Up for the times. That would suck if it took me the whole stream to get it. It's a blast. And if you equip the bombs to the King Red Lions while you're sailing into a cannon. It's been a courageous view trying to steal pirates. I should be shocked, but I'm more amazed that you managed to survive after being tossed out of that tower. On your face, I have to guess you haven't saved your sister yet. You don't give things much thought, do you? You just rush and never thinking how badly things go for you. Please have to step on my little rat like Nico behind look at me. Sure. You're going after Djibouti's treasure, too. Alright. Now that that's taken care of, we got the bombs, and now we gotta go to Outset Island. You can stay in there, Nico. Taking the Wait. Alright, whatever, I'm done. Over here. It just kind of sucks once you leave this place that you can never go to the pirate ship again. Like, it just magically disappears. And believe me, I've tried looking for it in the past. It just up and vanishes. So, now we're done here. Let's get on the boat and find it. Else is true. The pirates were relieved. This meeting to them for all before they arrive. Oh, but first, the mailboxes have to see here, so let's see what it wants. Oh, they got two. Sending no big chance extravaganza. Basically. And we get Beetle's chart, which basically lets you find Beetle's stuff. If you wish to be a true swordsman, find some light grass and return to me. And a red rupee. No, can't really do much here until the storm passes, so let's come back later. Alright. Just have to go back the way we came. They can put Jebo here at Windfall Island since, you know, it's marked automatically in the sea chart, along with Forsaken Fortress and Outset Island. Beetle's shop is pretty much available in almost every area game, so it really isn't that hard to find them. Since we're dealing with seaside enemies, let's equip our new item, the bombs. Oh, that's what happens. The only downside is you cannot equip the bombs while you're sailing. So if you're gonna be fighting, you gotta blowing crap up. You have to basically stop. We're on Spectacle Islands. Beetle Shop. Actually, let's start on I have money, alright. Once we get some mother and child islands. West. Or not west, or south. sail right into a tornado. This is a great fish island here. I thought it was automatically marked. If not, I'll go ahead and mark it before we head out to... Jabu sounds like Jabu Jabu was one of Great Fish Islands to be like part of Zora domain or something. About, in here, like, what is it? What we got over there? Let's... Alright, this island is... Islet of Steel. Triumph Force. Basically, that island workouts come back to. Most of the places we visited so far work out to some of the ones back anyway. The Islet of Steel plays several roles in the plot, like later in the game, during one of the game's longest quests, no joke, Island of Steel is a place we'll have to visit, so... South. Another reef. So catch. It's this island. Alright, this is 5 Iron. Beach very south there on the side. Oh no, don't go that way. There yet. Yep, and next up is Outset Island itself. Break. Just barely. I don't think that would have done anything if I would do it. It just slows it down, maybe. Okay. This is it. Oh, we just conveniently landed here. Oh yeah, so I was gonna do this after, you know, I'm guessing the game makes you do it. Oh, now this island has enemies, so. On the right side, this is great. Oh, and now that we have items that require ammo, that basically means we have to... While we're here, let's go visit Grandma. So just, so, you take a, Not really. I'm gonna see another empty bottle. Actually, this is the elixir soup. This is probably the best healing item in the game. And it can be used twice too, which makes it even better. So that comes in handy for really tough fights. So an elixir soup will basically heal you completely. It's basically the same effects as a blue potion, with the both two extra things. One, it can be used twice. That comes in handy. And secondly, it can be used to double your strength until you get hurt. Alright. Before we do anything, we have to... If you recall, now that we have the bombs, we're able to go up to the, where the, quote-unquote fairy spring was, that they said was blocked off. I mentioned earlier that you have to do here. So this is where we have to fight off against probably one of my least favorite enemies in the game. The mini-plays. At least I think they're up here. So, you know. Alright. Come on at me. Come on, you creepy freaking devil mountain ice thing. Oh, these things used to freak me the hell out when I was younger. Alright, let's just... Oh. Okay. Alright, so we need to use the deco leaf. Alright. Or, you know, that works too, I guess. That is a big pig. Alright, you know what? Maybe you have to wait a little bit. Oh no. I don't know why it wasn't letting me through. Okay. Anyway. I think you have to beat him first. Or not beat him, like you don't fight him or anything. Just... Oh. Alright. Yeah, let's put the bombs. Yeah. Poor Grandma's doing trying her best. Alright, they said behind the island, so we go over here. As you can see, there's a whirlpool. And a big stone slab, so just get caught here. And switch here. Okay, just, bomb the hell out of this slab. Oh, and try to breathe the center. So. yeah. How close are we to the middle? These last two hits count. That's enough. There we go. I want to call my bombs. Alright. Oh, nice little pad. Oh crap, it's Choppy Chop. And another animal who just speaks more highly and stuff. Well met indeed, Joe, but I'm pleased to hear you're safe. Words I can't understand. Yes, seems Ganon has returned, there be no explanation. Fortunately, that is not so. The one I have brought with me has no connection to the legendary one, and yet I sense great promise in the courage that this one possesses. I do, it is the only way. What do we got here? Yep. The last pearl. The Nair's Pearl. The only pearl that does not require beating a dungeon. Unless you count, I guess, all that sailing in the stone slab as a boss, I guess. So we're not just leaving, right? Just like, nope, we got what we're going to buy. Except Val rain endless night were indeed elements of the curse brought on to us by Ganon. We must intend to cast this land of pure darkness for all time. What kind of guess? Ganon's theme was playing during this storm. And I think by beating that, yep, the storm ends. It's been broken by the power of the pearl that Jaboon gave us, so morning should come soon. It is well that we have gathered all the pearls. Are you ready? I marked the places where you must set the pearls on your sea chart. Once you have placed each of the pearls in its proper location, the proving grounds for your courage will become apparent. Clearly, the search for Jaboon has shown that Ganon has begun to make efforts to block our path forward. It is certain that the perils ahead will be greater than any you have faced thus far. You should finish any business you have here on Outset right now. Okay, I think that's there's a way of saying now we need to go and do whatever we do here. So, besides, we need some more bombs anyway. So. Just sail away from me, I got business to attend to. Where are you going? That's right. Get over here. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Slow down. Alright.
Whoa!
What? 30 bombs for 30 virgins. Nice.
Thank you! Thank you! Thank you!
No, just be.
Thank you! Bye!
Alright. Got what I needed. Just go ahead and just use that, Wait, the decorate as well. Alright. So now that, you know, the storm has finally stopped, everyone's chilled the hell out, we can, I think we should be able to access that area up there. Because if not, that means we're going to have to come back later. At least the game kind of sort of, you know, advises you, like, hey, you might want to do this thing because you might not be able to later. Or no, it basically says, you know, this is your chance to do it. Alright. I know you're here. Laughing out, I would murder you. That's the issue with these guys. They come in groups. I just basically borderline make a huge spoiler. Oh, what's the sign say? Oh. Alright. 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 Let me try this again. What if I climb up here? Oh, okay. Maybe if I was then, I think I have to do that. There we go, that should give me the momentum. Tree blocks momentum. Alright, and then just throw the bomb. Alright, welcome to the first fairy fountain in this game. Oh, it's a fairy. Oh! And she turned into that. Young Waker of the Winds, allow me to aid in your quest. Alright, now we can equip up to 1,000 rupees. Fairies in this fountain shall ease your weariness. Recover fatigue from your battles when you're very refreshed. And the fairy just disintegrates. The nice thing is this is helpful for if you need to restock on fairies, so... Alright. We are done here. Actually, wait a minute.
Yeah.
More of these. More of these. Oh, that's cruel. Oh, it's gonna spawn right where I can't get it? Crap. Oh, whatever. Oh, and it's gone. Oh, whatever. Got what we came here for. Alright, should probably make a set course for, whatchamacallit. Actually, let's go to Windfall Island and then... How much time we got left in the stream? About 15 minutes? Oh, shoot, Joey, don't Alright, he's gonna north. I think we will wrap up tonight's stream by heading over to Windfall Island. I say that because I thought I was going to be able to do it earlier, but I think because of the storm, you had to beat the last pearl first, so... But we pretty much got what we came here for, so let's go ahead and... You can jump! Oh. Alright, those dudes are... Okay, basically those guys are... I forget what they're called. For some reason I want to call them Yorks or something like that. I have to double check the history. Because now that we have a way of fighting on the sea... I'm surprised I didn't come across them before. Alright, there's Great Fish Isle on the Outlet Steel, I think. Oh! While we're, here, let's stop at this, tower. Just to see what sort of treasures await. Oh, Bokoblins. And judging this boss as well. Oh, crap. Okay, these are Wizrows. Why don't you come on over here and fight, coward? Oh, crap, are they not gonna... Oh! Oh, shit. Let's see if, Yep, doesn't really do anything. Unfortunately, we don't really have a means to kill these guys. Since my aim with pots is terrible. So yeah, Wizrobes are normally not that hard to kill. Problem is, these guys are gonna like teleport in the airs, and I don't really have anything that can kill them. I mean, I got the boomerang, but that just really stuns them. But like they don't really move, so since the Deku League don't do anything. We'll have to come back to that sometime when we have the weapon. Let's see. There's Great Fish Isle. Kind of makes you wonder what this place was supposed to look like before it was supposedly destroyed. All we really know is supposedly it played like a major role in with Jaboon or whatever, or Jabba, whatever his name is. The big fish dude. What's up here? That's just rock spire. What's nice is with the weather clear now, we can get an idea what this place look like. Just in case these guys start getting in trouble. From here, until it's under child eye, turn. Oh, let's see. Crap, it's raining. Please don't tell me another curse is coming. Nah, it's not. I think once you do the whole thing with Jaboon, you don't ever get that again, so... Which kind of sucks, because like, not the music was kind of, badass. Spectacle Island should be Windfall Island, so... Spectacle looks like close. Based off a mini-game that you get to do like Windfall or whatever. I might show it off in the next playthrough or something like that. I think as long as, you know, all the time we got left, I think I'll do 2 of the Sidequests in Windfall Island. That are kind of, you know, short and like to the point. It's done it again where it's like entering an instance of something. I'm judging. Oop, how about it? Alright. Cool, our mailbox is freaking out again. Let's see what it wants. Oh, cool. Where was Rockspire? I think that was down here. I'll definitely keep that in mind for the future. Alright, so... I think we'll start with the Killer Bee Sidequest. Let's go up these stairs. Talk to these little brats. You have a problem with those kids. Oh yes, a gang of 4 children is so scary. We won't hide doors, we won't leave the island. How are you gonna leave the island? Alright. This ain't too hard, I think. There's one of them, I think. Oh, nope, that's just a pot. Well, that'd be funny, considering I was just like, you're in there, throw the pot. A bunch of kids. Never shot that one. Alright, so I gotta find these little brats. Part of a Sidequest 2 you can do later. Oh, there's one of them. This guy just jump off a cliff? No! The kid's trying to get me. You gotta shoot me as an interesting. Yep, that's right. Alright, where are the other rats? one of them is over here where the bomb shop is. So... It's 2 to go. It's up here. Two of these. Let's find the other two. Leader and that. I would like to use like a pig for a nose. Like a pig snout, whatever. It's over here. Up, there he is. I'm a bomb. Get over here. Alright, there's one more. That's our last one. Where is he? I remember, like, one of them requires you to... that last round. I'm both right here. It's taking longer than I was hoping it would. There you are. Who's gonna jump in the water? I guess so. Come over here. Alright, that's all of them. And we get a piece of heart for our troubles. Alright. He speaks to the teacher. Oh, cool, purple rupee. Alright, is this the part where I can, oh, nope. Alright, I guess not. So after you do that quest involving the killer bees, which not only gets you a purple ruby, but a piece of heart. Yeah, the joy pendants. Alright, so once you've done that, this should unlock, you know, the giving the joy pendants to her. I'll just get you some good rupees. But, oh, does she only take them, like, one at a time, or... Alright. I don't know why I equipped the grappling hook. Alright. Before we end tonight's stream, now that we got the Wind Waker and stuff like that, let's go up here, talk to this guy and get one of the optional this dancing fellow. I am Todd. Ready, guy? 1, 2, 1, 2. We equip the Wind Waker and just kind of sit there for a minute.
Huh? Yeah! Yeah! Oh!
There it is.
Yeah!
Right,
Yeah!
left, and down.
Oh!
Just follow his movements like this. Just like that. And this unlocks the optional Song of Passing. Also known as the Sun's Passing.
Yeah! Yeah! Oh!
Well, you don't have a magical baton that can conduct wind or that. So basically, you play this new song and just like the day of so for the Sun Song from Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, it does this. Or not Majora's Mask, this is Majora's Mask. And do it again, and you can cycle between day and night. Comes in handy if you're trying to need to go somewhere with at a particular time of day. So, oh look, the mailbox is freaking out again. Let's see. What are you doing? Do you have enough soup? Business back. I'm pulling up red rupee. Alright. And with that, I'm afraid we are out of time for tonight. So, we got all 3 pearls, and yeah, that's all I really got to say. Got a new ability, and some bombs, so quite a blast tonight. No pun intended. But that is pretty much it for the week, and oh wow, we're already in May now, as of 13 minutes ago. Or at least as of this stream. So, hope y'all enjoyed. If you like what you saw, like and subscribe. Follow me, wherever. And, we'll resume on Monday, where we'll, head to the 3 places marked on the map, see what happens. And with that, that's all I gotta say. So, good night, ladies and gentlemen. Hope y'all enjoyed.